outside the land of Israel this week, we will be reading Parashat Korach. Korach was the first cousin of Miriam, Aaron, and Moses, and he leads an insurrection against the leadership, the structure of leadership that God has set up, whereby Moses goes up onto Mount Sinai, up into the heavens to receive the Torah, to learn all the Torah from God, and then bring that Torah back and teach it to the people. And what Korach is doing by leading this insurrection is to undermine that chain of transmission. And we learn in our oral tradition that the sun and the moon come to the defense of Moses, and they say to God, if God, you do not defend Moses with this unresolved battle between Korach and Moses' leadership, if you don't resolve this in Moses' favor, we, the sun and the moon, will stop shining our light. The sun has a light, it shines it, the moon receives the light, shines its light, and they refuse to shine their light if God does not defend Moses, which obviously God does. But what happens to Korach and his supporters is that they are swallowed up in the mouth of the earth, that they go down into the abyss. The people continue to complain. They don't like that the Korach and his followers were swallowed up by the earth, that they were annihilated. And so what happens now is a plague comes, and thousands of people are dying. And Moses says to Aaron, take an incense offering and go and stop the plague with this incense offering. So that's what Aaron does. He's the pursuer of peace, the lover of peace, and he takes this fire pan and he goes into the midst of the plague, and the plague stops. And it says in our Torah that Aaron is standing between the living and the dead, where he sees the angel of death. And he says to the angel of death, you have to stop the plague. And the angel of death says, I don't get my directive from you. You're a man. I get my directive from God. You get your directive from Moses. He's also a man. So Aaron takes the angel of death and he brings him to the tent of meeting, where God and Moses are speaking, and where this issue will get resolved. And it is resolved according to the way of Aaron, who heard it from Moses, who heard it from God. That's the transmission that is being upheld here. Not that we all have different roles to play. The sun has its role, the moon has its role, Moses has his role, Aaron has his role, Korach has his role. There's something about the divine harmony of the order of our world that we have to uphold. And not that we can't work to change things, and not that we can't stop plagues, and we can't heal people, and we can't try to bring peace in our reality, in our world. We should be doing all those things. But to recognize from this Torah portion the importance of the transmission of our tradition that comes from God to Moses, to the people. That is the divine order that God has set up. May we acknowledge that, respect that, work towards improve the world within the divine order that has already been set up.